It is a moment one Mountain Brook man will never forget. He was rescued after a deadly avalanche left him trapped on Mount Everest. And now breaking news, within the last hour, Kent Stewart has finally arrived back home in Alabama. Good evening, I'm Sherry Jackson.
And I'm Jim Dunaway. Fate turned the climber into a rescue worker. Live tonight, WIAT 42 News reporter Parrish Allman is at Birmingham Shuttleworth International Airport.
Yeah, Kent Stewart just landed back in Birmingham about a half hour ago after a very, very long trip. Kent, first of all, you were on Everest when this earthquake hit. Talk to me about your experience, where you were and what you felt when that earthquake hit.
Well, actually, I was at the dining tent having lunch and just sat down to eat lunch and with about 6 or 7 teammates. And just all of a sudden, the ground just fell out from under us and started violently shaking. And we knew immediately it was an earthquake. And we ran out of the tent and looked around and then started seeing the avalanches come down. And then about 15 seconds, we knew the debris was coming toward us. So I ran back into the tent. My teammates scattered, and we just all held on. And it just came over our tents and shook the tent violently. And then it was over.
And talking about those avalanches, I know that we've been checking on the death toll. It's risen, I think, to 19 at last check. I want to run some video of some of the rescues that they had to do to get people out. Talk to me about what your experience was. I know you said the hospital there was destroyed and your tent became the medical center.
That's right. Our camp was the only camp that wasn't really impacted that much. We didn't really lose any tents. The medical facility was leveled. So all the doctors from there came down to our tent, and we took out all the tables and chairs of our dining tents and made them into a hospital. And the patients started coming over the hill, one after another for the next several hours.
Looking back, at this experience, what you experienced over there, I mean, can you describe what that was like, seeing that many people hurt, being stuck on this mountain with people trapped, trying to be rescued?
Well, it was just so shocking because, Everest is a dangerous place, but base camp has always been considered safe. When you're in base camp, you're supposed to be relaxed, and no one could see this coming. So when people were actually injured and killed just sitting in their tents in base camp, it was a shock to everyone.
All right, well, Kent, you're back home. I know that you had a long trip. You told me about 30 hours on a plane. My last question real quick for you. You told me this was your third attempt to climb Everest. Are you going to make another attempt?
It's a little too early to say for sure, but it's something that I really want to do, so I probably will.
All right. Thank you so much. We're going to let you go get some much-needed rest back home after attempting to climb Everest, and he was there when that earthquake hit that killed so many and injured so many others. We're live from the Birmingham Airport. Parrish Allman, WIAT 42 News, coverage you can count on.